What's up, Brick Minds? It's Steven, and today is finally the day to go ahead and build the barn for our Lego farm in the Lego City. We have these two gift with purchase Santa's Workshop sets that we picked up in 2022. These come with great pieces to build a barn, and I think we're going to have everything we need out of these two gift with purchase sets right here. Without further ado, let's open these up and let's start building this thing. So there you can see we do have two sets unboxed. We have two different bags in each set. So really a simple build here. Mostly I'm in it for the pieces. A lot of this stuff's going to end up in the Christmas bag because it's a lot of presents and elves, which I think are great minifigures to add to that Christmas scene that we have as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pop one of these open and actually start building the set. And then we'll see what this thing looks like at the end, what I need to modify before I start opening up the second set. Alright, now we've got the barn placed nicely on a Mills plate here, mostly flat. We've done a little bit of detail work around the side of the barn there just to kind of just make it look more natural, because it's really just a couple plates down there that hold this thing together. So we did go ahead and make some mud there. What we're going to do next is we're going to be building a couple pens. We've got some sheep that we're going to have over here, and then we have some pigs that we're going to have over in this area here, where you can see I've done a little bit of detail work here to create a mud pen. So we're going to create a pig pen there, sheep pen over there, and then we do have this area right here on the side of the barn where the chickens can walk in and out of the barn here. There's a little fenced-in area inside of there as well where they can lay their eggs. And we're going to build a hen house right here. That's going to be very nice, that the chickens can run back and forth. Then we've got one of the new farmers right here from the Series 24 minifigures, the Carrot Guy. It's actually underneath his costume. Great piece. Love these legs right here. So really nice dual mold there. Set him into the scene. He's kind of petting this sheep right here. There we go. I think that looks pretty nice. And then I did go ahead and finish up the hen house. So I think this actually turned out very nice. You can see inside of it a little bit. I used the smaller chicken wire fencing instead of the full sized chicken wire fencing, because then you just really couldn't see. I had some red ones, but I couldn't see inside of it. Then I've left this gap open so that the chickens can actually walk from here up onto the hen house. So we're going to place this in. I think that's correct right there. Yep. Did go ahead and pop off that roof right there, but that'll be all right. I'll just place it back in. You can kind of see the way that we did this. Basically the same technique as the barn that came in the gift with purchase. So I think this actually turned out very nice. And there you can see the roof on that. So yeah, I think this looks really good. We've got the next phase we're going to do is actually some terrain work here and start building some paths. So we're going to be connecting this to the previous Mills plate that we have in the city, which actually has the city garden in it, or the farm aspect of this area here. So we're going to be digging out these Mills plates here, these green plates that are in here, and we're going to be replacing them with some brown ones, kind of like what we did over here for the mud pit. And then we're going to be building some path in there. So I'll be right back with you guys after I get some of this work done. So yesterday I did a little bit of terrain work to the barn mock here. You guys can see a couple different colors here. We have some olive green there just to kind of mix those together. And then we do have some dark tan and obviously some brown here, some reddish brown that we're using for dirt in this MOC here. Also, we've got the mud here in this pig pen, so kind of carried that over. Really just creating a path of what the minifigures basically will walk on the most here. So we've got that path, and then we've also got this one here, which is in the previous MOC that we did last year, the garden portion of this. And then we also have this base plate here, this half base plate, which is going to be in between them, connecting them. So thought I would just fade from this into the dirt that we have currently on the barn MOC, but I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with this, but I'll figure it out. All right, and now you guys can finally see the final project here with the barn expansion that we've done to our farm in the Lego City. Really love the way that this turned out. You can see the path work we've done, just kind of scattered a little bit of 1x1s in different round sizes and square sizes to create kind of a little bit of gravel in that dirt there. The sheet pin over here is relatively small. I do have a plan for an expansion in the future, so that's one thing to look forward to with this farm expansion, is it's actually not quite done. We also have the lamb in there. That was one of the most recent things that I've added to the Lego farm project. Then over here you guys can see the pig pen. Basically haven't changed that too much. We did go ahead and detail that with the dirt, or basically that mud in there is what it's supposed to represent. Do have that piglet, like I said, came in the same Bricklink order as that lamb there. And then we do have some chickens kind of scattered around the barn here, which I do think looks nice. And then this thing right here, we're actually going to fill up with eggs when we do get the most recent Bricklink order in. And here is that half plate expansion. I did go ahead, fully detailed this the same way that we did the other one. You can kind of see that we blended the two different patterns right here of the path. I really like the way that we did this with this medium nougat kind of running into that reddish brown that goes downhill there. I think it actually looks good without having to change the whole path over here in the farm or that garden area. You can see we do have an area to stable a horse. I'm not sure what the plan is here. Like I said, I do plan to add another half base plate in here, and this is basically where it will go. It's in between these two right here. This is that first base plate with the barn, and then this is that expansion that we have right now. So it will kind of expand this area, and I do have a cow on the way, so that's going to be a nice inclusion there as well. Then over here we did go ahead and continue with some foliage. I think it just looks nice, and it really brings this area to life. We do have that bee because we have the beehive up above here. We do have that squirrel, if you didn't see that. He does have an acorn up there, so that's pretty cool. Nice little detail to add to the scene. There is a bunny rabbit around the side there as well. Then we do have this woman right here with the foal. She's feeding him a carrot. I had to get that because I thought it was brilliant to be the same color as my horse. Really just love the way that those kind of just add to the story here. I do have a white foal as well that came in the 2022 city calendar, the advent calendar, but it just wasn't, you know, the same color. So, and besides the new animal additions that we've added to the farm, we also have a bunch of new minifigures that you guys can see here. I think originally we had 4 or 5 farm minifigures when we started this project. Now we have about 10 in here, and I do have a whole family. You can see them here with the red hair. I did go ahead and include that, and it's basically their farm, and everyone else is just farm hands, just basically helping out. And that is the barn expansion onto the farm. This was a huge project. I hope you guys enjoyed this project. If you did, make sure to leave it a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not to see more great Lego content coming real soon. And do stay tuned because we will be adding this project to the city, and we'll actually have a Lego City update for that. So this is going to be a huge expansion to the city. As you guys can see, there's a ton new detail right front and center in the city, so it's going to be a good time. I appreciate it. I hope to see you guys next time. Have a great day.